Okay, dear students, welcome to this class. So, what we have discussed in the last class, the differences between homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Yes, sir. The best example for that homogeneous mixture is solution. So, here in the solution, the particles are very small. They cannot be seen with our naked eye, and this cannot be separated by a very simple method by filtration. And second main mixture is the heterogeneous mixture. So there are two types are there: colloidal solution and suspension. So already I clearly explained the differences between the solution, colloidal solution and suspension in the last class. See, in case of colloidal solution or colloids, the particles are very smaller. That means the size of the particle is 10 raised to minus 9 to 10 raised to minus 7 nanometer is there. So that means particles are very smaller are there. They cannot be also seen with our naked eye. ಬರಿಗಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಕಾಣೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇವು ಅಷ್ಟು ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮವಾದಂಥ ಕಣಗಳಿರ್ತವೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ colloidal solution. But remember, colloid is a heterogeneous mixture. It seems to be homogeneous, but actually it is a heterogeneous mixture. And you know, particles of this colloids, they also cannot be separated by filtration. And the colloidal solutions seem to be translucent. They are seems to be translucent. Translucent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಿತ ಪಾರದರ್ಶಕವಾಗಿರ್ತವೆ ಇವು. They are not completely transparent. They are not completely opaque. In between them, they are translucent solutions are there. Colloidal solution. And one main important thing you know that colloids, they shows the Tyndall effect. They shows the Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect is nothing but the particles of this colloidal solution, they scatters the beam of light. They scatters the beam of light. So this colloidal solutions that shows the what? Tyndall effect. Understand? Let's see. Here in this class we go to learn about some examples, common examples of this colloidal solutions. Understand? Let's come students, see. Here see, already I know that, you know that what? Solution contain two components, solute and solvent. Solute and solvent. Solute means it's a dissolving substance. Solvent means the substance in which dissolve. Yes sir. Similarly, this colloids also contain two components. Colloids also contain two components, namely disperse phase and dispersing medium, like a solute and solvent. It is like a solute and solvent. So disperse phase, that disperses the beam of light. This is a medium. It is like a solvent. Understand? It is like a solvent. Dispersing medium is there. So depending upon that disperse phase and dispersing medium, so these colloidal solutions are classified into different categories. Yes, so let's see one by one. Which are those? The first type of colloidal solution is aerosol. What it is called? Aerosol. Remember, very important colloidal solutions are there. So depending upon the disperse phase and dispersing medium, so these colloids are classified into different categories, different types. So here already I written this different kinds of colloidal solutions and dispersing medium and dispersing medium with example. Let us learn one by one. Okay. First one is that aerosol. What it is? Aerosol. So commonly we call them as aerosols. If we call it as an aerosol, which is the disperse phase and which is the dispersing medium in that aerosol? Let's see. In an aerosols, disperse phase is a liquid. Disperse phase is a liquid. That means this liquid that scatters the beam of light. This liquid that scatters the beam of light. In which medium? In a gas. Here gas is a medium and disperse phase is a liquid. So liquid plus gas. So this kind of colloidal solution is called aerosol. Remember, the disperse phase is liquid is there, dispersing medium gas is there. So this kind of colloidal solution is called aerosol. These are commonly called aerosols. Which are those best examples are there? Fog and cloud. Fog and cloud. Fog and cloud are said to be aerosol because here this fog and cloud, dispersing phase is a liquid. Dispersing phase is liquid and medium is a gas. See the fog, that is a gas is there. That gas has a liquid particles. That gas has a liquid particles and it is called as a fog. So that particles of liquid that scatters the beam of light. So if the dispersed phase is liquid and the medium is a gas, that kind of colloidal solution is called aerosol. Same thing is came second one. The second one is also aerosol is there. Here it is kind of aerosol. Here the dispersed phase is solid. If the liquid particles are dispersed phase, that is the aerosol. Similarly, second case is there. Here the dispersed phase is the solid. So here the solid particle disperse the what? Beam of light, and medium is the same gas. Best example, smoke. Okay, in the curriculum. Okay. Come the third one is the foam. What it is? Foams are there. I think commonly your parents or your neighbor, elder brothers, they are commonly using these different kinds of foams in your home for several activities. Understand? For necessary. See, foam. Here the dispersed phase is gas. Medium is liquid. Gas in liquid. That means gas in liquid. This kind of colloidal solution is called foam. The foam contain medium liquid. Dispersed phase gas is there. Hence the gas in liquid. Understand? Here the gas is present in liquid. This kind of colloidal solution is called foam. So common examples are there what? Shaving cream. So now in market, shaving creams, foam shaving creams are available in market. So that foams are also best example for colloidal solution, that is a foam. Foam is also one type of a colloidal solution that contain dispersed phase gas and medium as a liquid. This kind of colloidal solution is called what? Foam. The next main fourth one is there, which is called emulsion. What it is? Emulsion. So what means emulsion? So see, here emulsion means both dispersed phase and dispersing medium. Both are should be a liquid. Both are should be a liquid. See, here dispersed phase is also liquid. Dispersing medium is also liquid. This liquid in liquid. This is a liquid in liquid colloid. Understand? So this kind of colloid is called emulsion. Emulsion. Best example is the milk. Milk is the best example for emulsion. Understand? Then see, face creams are there. Face cream. Normally you are using, some people in your homes they are using face creams. So that face cream is also best example for this emulsion. Emulsion contain liquid in liquid. Understand? Then comes salt. They are commonly generally called as salts. What? Salts are there. So salts contain dispersed phase, solid, and medium is liquid. Medium is liquid. See, SOM. Understand? Sol. Clear? Sol. Very simple. Sol, that means solid in liquid. Sol means solid in liquid. Here the dispersed phase is solid is there, liquid in medium is the liquid. Hence they are commonly called as sol. SOL. See, example, milk of magnesia is there. Milk of magnesia. So milk of magnesia is nothing but it is a magnesium hydroxide. What it is? Magnesium hydroxide is there. So magnesium hydroxide, chemical name, generally called as a milk of magnesia. This milk of magnesia is the best example for solid in liquid. Here the dispersed phase is solid and dispersing medium is a liquid. Here this solid particles that disperse the beam of light. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ, ಬೆಳಕಿನ ಕಿರಣಗಳನ್ನು ಚದುರಿಸ್ತವೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಾ. ದಿಸ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಾ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಮನ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ antacid. It is commonly used as antacid. Antacid means that removes the acidity of your stomach. That neutralizes the acidity in your stomach. That removes the acidity. Understand? Hence this milk of magnesia is commonly used in the manufacture of antacids. Antacid means it is a chemical substance which removes the acidity in your stomach. Clear? Okay. Let's come foam. Same again, foam is there. Understand? See, here gas in solid is there. Here foam contain gas in solid. Same thing is there, foam. So here also best example are the rubber and sponge. What it is? Rubberine sponge are best example for this foam. Same kind. So here, what it is? Gas. It is in a solid. Gas and solid. That is best example of rubber. And sponge is there. I think you might see that sponge. Sponges are seen to be solid in state, and they have a pores on its surfaces. So that pores are filled up with a gas. That pores are filled up with a gas. So gas in solid is there. Gas in solid is there. So best example, sponge, even rubber also. You can easily compress that sponge and rubber. You can easily compress the rubber and sponge because gas is present in liquid solid. So that kind of colloidal solution is also called as a foam. The next one, gel is there. Gel is nothing but here liquid in solid. Here liquid is solid. Here the dispersing phase is liquid, medium is solid. So if the liquid is present in solid, that kind of colloidal solution is called simply as gel. I think normally you are using some kinds of gels in your homes. Best example, cheese and butter. Cheese and butter. ಸೊ ಚೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಟರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ಮತ್ತು ತುಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಈ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ಮತ್ತು ತುಪ್ಪಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಜೆಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂಥರ ಕೊಲಾಯ್ಡಲ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಮೀಡಿಯಮ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪರ್ಸ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಆಗೋದು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್. ಈ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ, ಲೈಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಸಾಲ್. Solid solve means both one phase and medium, both are should be a solid. Understand? If the both are liquid, disperse phase and medium are liquid, that is called emulsion. If the both disperse phase and dispersing medium is all solid, it is said to be solid solve. It is said to be solid solve. Best example, colored gemstones. Gemstones ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Gemstones ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏನಲ್ಲ, ಹರಳುಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ನವರತ್ನಗಳಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ gemstones. So best example here is the gemstone. So it is an example for solid solid. Solid in solid. And another example is the milky glass. Some glasses are there, milky glasses are there. So they are best example for this solid solid. Clear or not? Okay. So remember, these are the some examples for this colloidal solutions. Understand? See, first type is the aerosol, liquid in gas. Same. Second aerosol is the solid in gas. Totally medium is the gas, but here phase is liquid and here phase is solid. And foam, foam means gas and liquid. Emulsion means liquid in liquid. Sol means solid in liquid. Foam means gas in solid. Gel means liquid in solid. Solid sol means both are solid are there. But dispersing medium is also solid. Dispersed phase is also solid. That is called solid sol. Example, colored gemstone and what, milky glass are there. So these are the best examples for this colloidal solutions. Okay dear students, the next coming point is the concentration of solution. What is concentration of solution? Sir, how can we check the concentration of solution, sir? So let's see. Concentration of solution. Concentration of solution can be expressed in three ways. Concentration of solution can be expressed in three ways. The first method is the mass by mass percentage of solution. Mass by mass percentage of solution. How, sir? Here formula is there to calculate the concentration of solution. Mass by mass. Mass of solute divided by mass of solution. Mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100. Understand? Second method is there mass by volume. First one is the mass by mass. Second one, mass by volume percentage of solution. The formula is there to calculate mass of solute divided by volume of solution. See, mass of solute divided by volume of a solution into 100. So by using this formula, you can check the concentration of solution by mass by volume percentage of solution. Third method is there volume by volume. Mass of volume of solid divided by volume of solution. Understand? Into 100. Volume of solid divided by volume of solution into 100. By using this method, you can check the concentration of solution volume by volume method. Understand? But for your 9th standard, only one method is recommended. That is a mass by mass percentage of solution. Mass by mass percentage of a solution. Formula is the mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100. Let's see. So how can we check the percentage concentration of solution by using this first method? See students, for your nice standard, only this method is recommended. Mass by mass percentage of a solution. Formula is the mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100. Understand? So let us see with the example. See students, one example is there. See that example. A solution contains 40 gram of common salt. A solution contains 40 gram of common salt. Common salt is nothing but commonly we use a salt in our home, that is sodium chloride. So how much is a 40 gram of common salt in a 320 gram of water. In a 320 gram of water. Understand? Totally solution contains 40 gram of common salt. That is a common salt is a solute. In a 320 gram of water is there. Understand? Water quantity is there. They are given how much it is? 320 gram is there. Then calculate the concentration. Calculate the concentration in terms of mass by mass percentage of solution. Mass by mass percentage of solution. Understand? Let's see. First method is there. Already I told for your 9th standard, first method is recommended to calculate the concentration of solution in terms of mass by mass percentage of a solution. So first you have to take down what they are given in a problem. So what they are given first term, 40 gram is what? It is a mass of solute. How much it is given? 40 gram. 40 gram. Understand? Then water is there. Water means what? It is a solvent. Here solute means what? Salt is there. Solvent means what? Water. So mass of solvent. Mass of solvent is there. How much is given students? 320 gram of water. It is a solvent. 320 gram of water is there. That is a solvent. Understand? So then what you have to make? You have to first identify the total mass of solution. Total mass of solution. First we have to calculate the total mass of solution. Total mass of solution. What will you do? Just add both. Because you know solution means what? It is a homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent. Solution means what? Homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent. Hence you have to add both. See, mass of solute plus mass of solvent. By adding these two, you can get a total mass of solution. See, mass of solute, how much it is? 40 is there. Mass of solvent, 320 is there. By adding this, how much you get? Total 360 gram. Understand? So total mass of solution becomes what? How much? Mass of solute plus mass of solvent. Because solution is a homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent. Hence we have to add both. Finally you get what? Total mass of solution, that is 360 gram. Then you have to calculate the concentration of solution by mass percentage of solution. Formula is already you know. Formula, what is that formula? Mass of solute divided by mass of solvent into 100 is there. Yes sir? This is the formula. So how much is the mass of solute? 40 is the mass of solution. Already we have calculated how much it is? 360 into 100. Into 100. Understand? 0, 0 get cancelled. So this is equal to 4 by 36 into 100. Just divide it. Simplify. How much you get? 0.311 something. And multiply this with 100. Multiply this with 100. How much you get? 11.1%. 11.1%. So this is how to calculate the concentration of solution by using the mass by mass. See, mass by mass percentage of solution. Understand? First we have to calculate the total mass of solution by adding mass of solute plus mass of solvent. Then you want to get total mass of solution. After calculating this, then use this formula. Which is the formula? Mass of solute divided by mass of solvent into 100. Already they are given. Mass of solute is there, 40 gram is there, divided by total mass of solvent. Already we have calculated 360 is into 100. Just simplify it, finally you get the answer. So this is the method of how to calculate the concentration of solution by using the mass by mass percentage of solution. Clear or not? Just know this. In your examination they will ask question like this only. Understand? Calculate the concentration of solution in terms of mass by mass percentage of a solution. Very easy is there. Just remember this formula. Okay? So this is a method of how to calculate the concentration of solution by using mass by mass percentage of solution. Clear or not, students? So in next classes we will discuss about different separation methods of mixtures. Different separation methods of mixtures. So lot of methods are there. We will learn one by one in a next classes. Okay? Thank you for watching this class.